Going on now, today we've got a quick video on the M140i. We're fitting this absolutely humongous Decat downpipe and these carbon exhaust tips. Now these are proper carbon. They've got a titanium finish with the LAX Customs logo, and then they've got gold inners, so they are going to pop once they are fitted. But the party piece is this, the 5-inch Decat downpipe. Now it starts at 5 inch there, it tapers down to 4 and then 3, which is what the original size is. So just keep in mind that the original downpipe is only 3 inches. This is probably one of the biggest on the UK market. So the noise that we're going to get from this, we're probably going to get some flames and stuff, as I've seen on videos. But I'm not going to show you too much on fitting the actual downpipe because there's loads of videos on there. I'm going to tag in the description a video which I think is probably the best one on there and most helpful on how to fit one. And if you want to check it out, you can. If not, then stay tuned. I'm going to show you before shot an hour what it sounds like. We're going to give you a bit of cinematics and b-roll, and then we'll go straight into the after. I was going to get straight into the video, but I just thought I'd give you a few more things. So this is not just for sound purposes, it's for power as well. So it's apparently meant to add 50-60 brake horsepower. With this and the intake and the remap, we're probably running stage 2, I think it is. And then next week, hopefully, we're going to get the TU pump, and that's stage 2 plus, I think. Don't quote me on that, I'll have to double check. But hopefully, I think it'll be running around 450 brakes. So it's going to be a completely different car. I think we're going to need an LSD soon. But yeah, let's show you what it sounds like before. I'm going to do one video in comfort mode and then do one video with in Sports Plus with the OEM burbles. Now that's in comfort. Put it in Sport Plus. So I'm under the car. I've burnt my hands about 10 times because it didn't go through my mind that the car's still going to be hot because I've just drove it to the unit. So I've burnt my hands. I'm under the car now and the bolt's not coming out. So we've got this one out fine, no problem. It's just that clamp, so I'll put some WD-40 in it, letting it set, and then we're going to get this old cut out and get the new one fitted. So whilst we've got the cut off, I thought before we fit the new one, we'll start it up and see what it sounds like with no cut at all. So there we have it, the old cat's out, about 2 years later. There's not much difference in size, as you can see. It's just ever so slightly bigger. But the main thing is, now this one's hollow, it's got nothing through, nothing in there, sorry. Whereas this one, got a whole load of rubbish. And there we have it, the lambda sensors are in, but what I want to show you is these welds. Check them out. This is how you know you got a good quality downpipe, because they are never going to break. A lot of people online say just go for any, the cheaper ones are good as well. But when these break 2 years down the line and you have to do this job again, you're just going to wish you paid that extra bit. So we've finally got the Decat downpipe fitted. But you know what? I'm going to drop you a little clip now, and it don't sound how it's meant to sound. It don't sound good at all. Like, only because I know that I've changed it, I can tell there's a slight difference, but if I didn't tell you, honestly, you won't know. Let me drop this clip now, and we're probably going to head home, and I think tomorrow or the day after we're going to have to go to Tony Banks in Leeds. We're going to get them resonator. They're going to get a resonator and the OPF deleted, because honestly this is just not good enough. I was looking forward to this, but I'm properly disappointed. So as you heard, the M140i just wasn't cutting it with the Decat downpipe on. So fast forward a few days, we're on our way to Tony Banks. We're going to go get a little bit more of that sauce. So basically the exhaust consists of a catalytic converter at the front, then it has the OPF, and then it has a resonator, and then the last thing is the back box. So what we're going to do is, we've already removed the cap. We're going to get Dave at Tony Banks to get the OPF removed and the resonator removed, and we're going to keep the back box so there's no drone, but it'll be more or less a full straight through system then. It'll be one of the louder M140i's you hear, and hopefully we can get some flames kicking out of there. And it's just to unlock that voice note, because I really did think that this Decat would be more than sufficient enough, but it's not even tickled it. It's like, it's just slightly more aspect. So listen to this, guys. This is when I knew that it really wasn't enough. So this same night, I've gone and picked my brother up, and he's in the car, and I'm driving it, and I'm giving it a bit, and like trying to get as much noise as I can out of it. And my brother was like, you need to get this exhaust, you need to get this Decat fitted. And I was like, yeah, I do, don't I? He goes, yeah, it just doesn't sound good enough. Not knowing that I've already fitted the Decat. And when I broke it to him, he was like, no chance. He really didn't believe me. The only way I got him convinced was I put it into Sports Plus, and I knocked it down a few gears, and it pops a lot more than it did before. That's the only one thing I can probably say which is better than before. It pops way more, but overall, not happy with it at all. So if you're looking for a real good note from the exhaust, don't just do the Decat. If you've got an OPF model, you're going to definitely need the OPF model removed. And another thing is, I've watched a video where someone did just strictly an OPF delete. They didn't remove anything else, they didn't change the car, they had all the OEM exhaust set up, yeah, and that car sounded louder than mine with the Decat fitted. So that shows you how restrictive the OPF is. So once that OPF's removed, it's going to be an absolute brutal machine. But yeah, enough of the rambling on. As always, let's head over to Tony Banks and show you the process of the OPF and the resonator delete. So car's on the ramp, let's have a look underneath. That's the back box. We're going to get them tips off on another day, but not today. Let's go under. So that's the resonator, that thing there, we're going to get that out. That's the OPF, and then obviously this is the Decat downpipe that we fitted, just about. So we're going to let these guys crack on, we'll get the cinematics, and then we'll do a sound test. So, old resonator and OPF out. Seeing how much stuff was coming out of the OPF, it was absolutely terrible. It was all broken down inside. That will have been blocking it up, it will have been reducing the power, reducing the flow. So we've got that out. There's the resonator out. New one's getting its final welds in. And we should be good to go. So there it is. So the downpipe's properly fitted this time. We've got the OPF removed, and we've got the 3-inch all the way through. So this is where the resonator was. Look at them welds, clean as out. And that was where the OPF was. Now that was the biggest restrictive part of the exhaust system, so that's gone now. So let's get it down and have a listen of what it sounds like. What I do is I'm going to put the mic on there. Let's get this bad boy started. This is a quick before and after. This is the exhaust completely stock, and then after with the customization we've done. So that was the car idling. Now let's go for a little blast in Mexico and see exactly what it sounds like under load. So there you've seen it, guys. That was a little clip. We're gonna stick the mic onto the car now and do some runs in it. We're gonna do a tunnel run and I'm gonna rev it a little bit for you. Now the pops and bangs are turned up to the max because before the car didn't sound good, but they weren't as harsh. Now it's overkill as though. I'm going to turn them down after this video, but for the video purposes and try and get a few flames out and stuff, I'm going to leave them on. So let's put this on and see what it's all about.